The moment you react emotionally, you hand over control. Not later, not eventually, immediately. Because the second your emotions show, the situation stops being about truth. It becomes about leverage. People don't need to defeat you. They just need to move you. And most people make that easy. They raise their voice, defend themselves, explain their intentions, rush to correct the record. They think they're protecting their position. What they're actually doing is revealing where the pressure points are. Here's the part no one tells you. Power doesn't come from being right. It comes from staying unmoved. The person who reacts first is no longer in control of the pace. They're responding to someone else's timing, someone else's agenda. And that's always a losing position. Think about arguments you've seen at work, in relationships, in public. Notice the pattern. One person stays calm. The other starts justifying, defending, explaining how they feel. From that moment on, everyone in the room knows who's steering, because emotional reaction is information. It tells people what affects you, what you care about, what you're afraid of losing. And once people know that, they don't need to guess anymore. They can push, they can test, they can repeat the behavior. This is the second-order effect most people miss. Your reaction today trains people how to treat you tomorrow. If you react every time you're disrespected, you teach people that disrespect works. If you get emotional under pressure, you teach people that pressure gives them access. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotion, it's about refusing to give it away for free. There's a difference. Most people think control means dominance, talking louder, winning the exchange. Real control is subtraction. It's removing your emotional response from the equation. When you don't react, something strange happens. The other person feels exposed because now they're the only one revealing anything. They're showing impatience, neediness, insecurity, and silence does something powerful. It forces the moment to stretch, and in that space, power shifts. This is why calm unsettles people. They expect friction. They expect pushback. When it doesn't come, they start adjusting themselves. Not you. The Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't chase emotional comfort. They protected inner authority. Marcus Aurelius wrote about guarding the mind the way a city guards its gates, not letting every comment walk in armed. Because every reaction has a cost. Even when you feel justified, you might win the moment, but you lose position. And position is what compounds over time. Here's the practical rule. If a situation demands an immediate emotional response, it's usually a trap. Urgency is rarely neutral. Pause, not to be passive, but to decide what's worth your energy. Not every comment deserves a reply. Not every provocation deserves acknowledgement. Some things lose power the moment you refuse to animate them. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think silence means weakness. In reality, silence is selective engagement. It's deciding who gets access to you. The calm person isn't empty. They're contained. They choose when to speak, when to act, when to disengage. And because of that, their reactions carry weight. If you only react when it matters, people notice. They listen. They adjust. This applies everywhere. Workplace politics, relationships, family dynamics, public pressure. The principle is the same. The more predictable your emotional reactions are, the easier you are to control. The less you react, the more unpredictable your power becomes. And that's where authority lives. Not in volume, not in speed, but in restraint. If you want to train this daily, subscribe so you stay sharp. And if you want a deeper framework for building this kind of emotional discipline across every area of life, the Stoicism ebook is linked in the description. Because the real question isn't whether you feel emotion, it's who benefits when you show it. And once you see that clearly, you start moving differently.